Hey, Joann, your favorite breath coach here. How the heck are ya? How's things been? What are you up to? How are you enjoying what's going on in your life right now? And let me ask you a question. Is your perception of life that life is coming at you or to you based on your thoughts, your actions, your emotions, and all that other fun stuff? We deal with the law of attraction, and it doesn't matter what level you are on, your law of attraction is your law of attraction. You are the real boss. You are the boss of your life. And as much as we sometimes think it isn't, because we have been running this circuit pretty much since the day we were born. We were born an empty shell, empty, nothing, just our soul and us, and here we are. And then our parents get involved and their friends get involved. The rest of our family gets involved. Then we go to work. Then, well, first we go to school, then we go to work. And then, all this fun stuff happens. And each day we accumulate more knowledge and more of other people's thought patterns that tend to influence the way we deal with things in our life based on others' perceptions of how they've handled things. Is this making sense? Okay. Give it a second now. Pause, breathe out. Always recommend you breathe out first. Why do we do this? To release any stuck energies that are sitting around. If you're holding your breath, this is a perfect way to just let it go. Just breathe out first. And then let your shoulders drop. Sit. Breathe in slowly through your nose. And then release again slowly. You can breathe out either through your nose or through your mouth. It doesn't really matter if you're going to breathe out through your mouth. Try to make it a little bit more of a sigh, just and melt into the chair or whatever it is that you're sitting on. And please don't do this while you're driving. Okay, just saying. So keep breathing like that. Breathe in and breathe out. And again, through your nose or your mouth, doesn't matter. Make your out breath just a little bit longer. And try that again. Breathe in and breathe out. And extend your out breath just a little bit more. Cool. Okay, do that again. Now, Abraham Hicks has this thing called segment intending. And I'm going to ask you, this is your challenge for this week. I'm going to skip over all the other fun stuff because too often we are thinking that life is coming at us when we do have some measure of control. We may not have control over all the events going on around us, but we do have control how we react to those events happening around us. And I say this in all honesty because I actually had an episode on the weekend that shocked me. Like I reacted, I overreacted to a particular situation where normally I would just let it go. And I just, the rest of the afternoon, the little brain kept going, the little mind, not the brain does its normal thing. The mind kept going on and on and on. And at one point, I actually stopped and asked myself, do you need to keep repeating this? Because I could hear my own thoughts repeating, trying to create an issue. And I didn't want an issue out of this particular situation. It was a culmination of things, and I had some influence over the situation, absolutely. But it wasn't something that needed to be kept repeating in the brain, in the mind, rather in the mind. And yes, there's a difference between the brain and the mind, but that's a whole different conversation. All right, keep breathing. Breathe in through your nose, longer breath out. Just keep breathing. Good, good, good. Okay. Now, Abraham Hicks has this thing called segment intending. And this is what I did when I got tired of listening to the thoughts in my head. And it didn't occur to me to until much later that this is what I was actually doing. Abraham Hicks calls it segment intending. So basically, each situation, and you can do this going from room to room, you can do this going from home to work, you can do this from in your office, going from work to lunch, from lunch to work. You can pick your scenario and you can repeat it actually several times throughout the day. And the purpose of this is to allow yourself to reset your own thoughts and how you're feeling about certain things. Okay. Now, the situation I'm referring to, what happened on the weekend, in order to get my own thoughts out of it, I had to refocus on what I wanted to happen for the rest of the day. And so that's what I did. And as I did that, the rest of my day went a lot smoother. Hi, my kitty's saying hi. That's her tail saying hi. Okay, so having said that, I don't know if you can hear her purring like crazy. I hope so. Having said that, here's what you do. When you are about to leave for work, for instance, take a moment and say to yourself, if you're getting in the car, you're getting on the bus, it doesn't matter what it is, streetcar, subway, doesn't matter. Okay, whatever it is, set your intention first before you even walk out the door. Take a moment and literally less than 1 minute. This is, I'm on my way to work. I'm going to have a smooth ride. Things are going to flow easily. I'm going to encounter pleasant people. Keep it light, keep it simple. And no, it's probably not going to work the first time. Why? Because you already have an ingrained set of patterns that you use when you're going to work every day. Pretty simple. Life is really a lot simpler than we make it out to be. So we have to refocus on getting our lives simplified again. Because let's face it, it's too complicated with all the technology and all the things going on and all the information we want yesterday, which is part of the reason sometimes that your manifestations are not working, is because you want it yesterday. Just because you Google something and the information pops up doesn't mean you don't have the interior work to do on yourself. The information that you're receiving from Google has been implemented and processed and inputted by probably thousands of people over the years, which is why the information is so readily available. The technology has advanced so far that this stuff just pops up on our phone. And so now when we want to make a change in our life, we can't, because we expect it as soon as we hit that go button, as soon as we hit the search button. You have a little bit more work to do on yourself, like it or not. We all do. I do. I still am. There's a whole bunch of shit I'm working on, but take it one step at a time. From the challenge this week, getting back to what I started. So the challenge this week is simple. For each thing that you're going to go through in your day, for instance, going to work, I'm going, as I just said, I'm going to go to work. It's going to be a smooth ride. I'm going to encounter pleasant people. May it work? Yeah, depending on how aligned you already are with yourself and your current position in life and where you are based on where you're going and what you want to happen. The other side of that is, even if it doesn't work, do it again. Do it again. Do it today, do it tomorrow, do it the next day. Try it all week and see what happens. And leave a comment and let me know. Let me know what your intention is. Let me know what your segment is. Let me know how many segments you set and which ones worked out. That's part 2. Part 1 is setting your segment each time, like you're going to work. Okay, so you get to work, things didn't work out exactly as you planned. Now, before you start working at your desk or wherever it is you work, take a moment, pause, breathe. Keep breathing that same breath that I just showed you for breathe in and then breathe out a little bit longer. And then repeat that. And then set a new intention. I am going to work. I am at work. Things are going well. Oh, I think my computer just froze. Okay, let me repeat that part. I'm at work. Things are going well. I'm getting the work done that I need to get done for the day. And add whatever it is you need to add for that particular thing. And then let that go and go carry on about your day and see what happens. Just notice what happens. Don't try to change anything. Just pay attention to what's going on. Then when you go to lunch, I'm going to lunch. I'm going to enjoy my lunch. Everything I eat is good for this body. There's a fabulous affirmation for you. Everything I eat is fabulous for this body. But, seriously, do try to stay away from the processed food, the junk food, the fast food, yada, yada, yada. Okay, a whole different conversation. I am a health nut, vitamin nut. I've been studying vitamins for years and years and years. I am a little out of practice, but the basic information is still the same. Anyway, then when you come back from lunch, you can do the same thing again before you start working all over again. Do exactly the same thing, right? Set your intention. The rest of the afternoon is going to go smoothly. I'm going to encounter pleasant people. My job, my work, whatever it is you're working on is going to flow easily. I'm going to accomplish more than I thought I could. And go with that. On your way home, set your intention, your segment, as Abraham Hicks calls it. Your segment is, I'm going to have a pleasant ride home. Everything's going to flow smoothly. I'm going to encounter only pleasant people. Pick your own words. And also pay attention to how you're feeling and what's going on around you and what actually happened. And then re-examine your interpretation of what actually happened, because that does make a difference. See ya. She's off. There's the epitome of living in the moment. Get a cat. They come, they get their attention, no, they're gone. Living in the moment. So there's your and they leave cat hair behind. Oh no. Okay. So take that, keep breathing. When you're doing your segments, do the breath work first. Do it while you're doing your segment. The two will combine beautifully. And I bet you by the end of the week, more of the segments that you intend will be a little more to your liking than what's actually going on. The thing is, reality is right here in our face all the time. This is what it is. It's been here. It's been how many thousand? I'm not even going to get into the thousands of years. It's been the way it is. People are people. It is what it is. You cannot control the way other people act, but you can control the way you interpret the way other people are acting. That person with the frown on their face, dude. Okay, the other cat just showed up, started picking on my leg. Come on. Come on. That person that you may be seeing with a frown on their face, they may not have a frown on their face. They may be thinking intently. Just because somebody's frowning doesn't mean they're in a bad mood. I catch myself doing that. I've caught myself looking in the mirror as I'm thinking about a particular thing, and I've got this horrible, and I do mean horrible, nasty frown on my face, being my brows are furrowed, my eyes are squished up, and I'm like, oh, is that what you look like when you're thinking? Woo, something to change. Anyway, so if you got your challenge, go with that. That's your segment, and let me know what happens. And if you need help with it, my email is in the box. One of the things that we're having trouble with is keeping accountable for what we're doing. I've created an accountability group for just this situation, for people that are having trouble keeping themselves on track with a bunch of things. Here's the other guy. So when you're dude, so when you're setting your accountability for whatever it is you want, join the group. It's $56 a month, and there's a nice little spreadsheet there that you can fill out. It's going to help you keep it accountable. You're going to have people to talk to. There's time management skills in there and a few other things. It's a whole one little bundle of surprises, and it's helpful. It's helpful, and it's a community of support. Now, it is just a new group, but it's one of the things that I love to do is just help people get their shit together and keep going. Because once we give up, it gets ugly. Really, it does. Okay? Know that you're loved and be up above and beyond everything else that's going on in your life. Please be kind to yourself. This is of the utmost importance, and I cannot stress this enough. Be kind to yourself. Be gentle with yourself. treat yourself as though you were teaching a child to write, right? Just be nice to yourself. Okay. It's easy. It takes a couple tries if you're not used to doing it, but it does get a lot easier along the way. And breathe. Love that. For breath out is absolutely amazing for aligning the mind and the body. And that's what we all need. I think I can stop babbling now. I got it all out. But please let me know how you did. And if you found any value in this, please share with your friends, your family, and if you have not subscribed, I do appreciate it. You know, algorithms and all that fun stuff. It helps the message get out to you and to anyone else that is looking for a similar message. Thanks, buddy. I will talk to you soon. Bye for now. Dude.